Hello my friends, welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga with me, Notorious BLT. Let's see here. Ooh, that's maybe not great, but we have only 7 days worth of supplies. So perhaps spending a lot of our renown on that is a good idea. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. What is this? -2 aggro. Oh, shit. Okay, oh, no. As I understand it, you really shouldn't be spending renown on items. Okay. Are you... Oh, she's injured. I mean, it kind of figures. Ivor, I'm sorry, buddy, but I can't level you up. And actually, you're... Yeah. I mean, you're pretty good as you... God damn, you get so much strength and armor. It's craziness. 17? It's madness. It's madness, I say. All right. Let's do this. Let's go get them supplies. Onef leads you to an inconspicuous building. This is them, he says to the handful of guards inside, who lower their weapons. In a concealed basement, you find an enormous store of food and sundries. Grab what you can, he mutters. Frick. If we take multiple trips, we're probably going to draw attention. How bad that is, I don't know. I get the feeling we should just take what we can and leave. Also, these might be dredge that are approaching, which is very bad. Actually, I'm certain they're dredge because they got the weird little helmety bits. And plus, it always seems that they're a dredge somewhere in the foreground? Is this technically the foreground? I think it might be. Take what you can and get out. The entire store of goods would take a long time to gather. You have each person in the caravan make a pass through and take what they can. Before too long, Onef has led you out of the city with his trusted fighters. You're prepared to leave the city behind. 80 supplies! 32 fighters. Excellent. Now, who do we have for heroes? Do we have Onef? We do. Onef, what is your shtick there, buddy? A backbiter. Run through. Character selects a target and then runs through multiple tiles to reach them, causing 2 armor break damage to each character he runs through. He then stops behind his target and stabs them for normal strength damage. This allows the character to move through both friend and foe, giving him the highest mobility of anyone on the board. He is also he is most useful when hunting down ranged or weakened enemies hiding in the back rows. Run tiles, run 3, 1, 4. Okay, and this is shield wall. Aha. So you can do the wall of shielding, I see. So you're... Honestly, I think we want to move this around a bit. Yeah, I think this setup might be better. That gives him a chance... should he go last? I don't know. I think I kind of like the idea of Rook going last. Partially because it means that I can make Mark Prey a little more effective. Yeah. Yeah. I think I like that more. And plus this puts all our tanks up front. Not that Onef is a huge, like, tanky man, but, I mean, he can do the tanking, it seems. Mark it, leave, heroes. I think we're good. I think we leave. Bango. Outside the walls, things are a mess. Dredge are everywhere. Fortunately, they're going around the hill on which Frostveller sits, heading south, and show little interest in following as you cross into the wastes. You're finally free of Frostveller, but find yourself facing new problems. You hope that whoever Ivor knows in Wormtoe is willing to help. Yeah! That'd really suck if we went all this way, and then got, like, pooped on for it. Okay, so we got normal morale. We probably want to camp at some point. Probably after this first day passes, we're going to camp. Let's camp. And we're going to rest so that, I forget her name, can get a little bit of, some rest. You know? Morale improved. Okay. I think we're good keeping normal morale. I don't feel like we need to keep, like, super crazy good morale. Yeah, when you said wastes, you meant it. This looks awful. A flurry of snowfall seems to come out of nowhere, and quickly thickens until you are unable to see the man in front of you. You shout out a complete halt, but the screaming winds drown out the sound. A day passes before the blizzard abates, and the clansmen start to reappear from the snowdrifts. It quickly becomes apparent that not everybody is where you last saw them, and a quick search of the area is not enough to recover all the missing clansmen. I don't know, man. I don't know. This seems like a bad idea because it's going to attract dredge. Then again, maybe it'll attract dredge away from somewhere else. Let's make a thorough search. It takes time to establish proper search teams, but you devise a way to quickly cover as much ground as possible. After a full day of searching, you find many survivors, but your successes are dampened by a number of frozen bodies and others who have simply vanished. Disheartened, you return to oh, fuck. Weak morale. Okay, after another day, we're gonna... the caravan is buzzing with worry. In the distance, someone has spotted a large number of dark figures following you. The dredge, cries one woman, but something about it tells you they don't quite look like dredge. Gods be damned, chokes Onif, standing on one of the carts to get a better view. Worse than dredge. It's Ekel. Or that's Ekel. The news spreads... Is that what this is? The news spreads throughout the clansmen like wildfire. Ekel! Why would he... starts Oddleaf, unless he's after you, Onif. He's insane, interjects Onif. And unpredictable. That's a good number of fighters with him. Your mind races considering what to do. Lead a charge, keeping away from the caravan. You gather Onif, your allies, and fighters, and head out into the wastes, weapons drawn, where the caravan won't be involved. Rook, my good friend, he says as you approach, throwing his axe on the ground. We come to parley, not fight. My ass. My ass. Why would I believe a word you say? Rook, we were good friends. What happened? You tried to kill us? Just go back to Frostfeller and leave us alone. That's right, Alette. Ah, Rook, it's your pretty girl. I'm glad nothing happened to her. With the dredge, I mean. Yeah, he is unhinged. My friends, how could I forget everything you've done for me? Broke into my city, took my warriors, took my food, took one of my best men. How are you, Onif? Do they treat you well? Shut up your ass, Ekel. If you came out here to kill me, let's get it over with. Nothing like that. You must think you know me, or people like me. What did Onif tell you? I'm crazy? I haven't survived because I'm crazy. I did what had to be done to make it in Frostfeller. The only mistake I made was you. What kind of man are you, Rook? You look like an average man to me, a man worried about his daughter, maybe, just making his way. But then look behind you. How many people is that? They follow you, fight for you. Why? What kind of man are you? I protect my kin. It's more than that, isn't it? You think everyone was born, or you think everyone was born to lead, make hard decisions? Why do these people think you are? You save them. You're a hero. Maybe that's more important than who you really are. What's your point, Ekel? I'm your prisoner, Rook. Bind my hands. I don't think that's a good idea. Frostfeller's done. I can't survive there. Thanks to you, my good friends. You may not have cut my throat, but you sentenced us to death. I don't believe that's who you are. Is this some kind of apology? You can't trust me, I know that. Take me and my men as prisoners, if that's what it takes. Echo looks down at the ground, and the words come slowly to him. I'm not above begging. Let's ask Onif about his opinion. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you to leave them. I don't know, Rook. You don't know me. How could you trust my word any more than his? I'm behind whatever decision you make. This seems like a shitty idea. This guy is going to backstab us. You know what? God, it's a horrible decision. This really blows because while we basically are sentencing them to death, you know, by taking their food. God damn. Prisoners are more mouths to feed. We don't have that many supplies. It's a shitty way to look at things, but it's also the reality of the situation. The reality of this fantastical situation. Fantastical because, you know, there's weird, like, zombie elementals coming after us. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, the good person to me wants me to take them at least as prisoners. I'm not picking this. This guy is going to stab us in the back the moment he gets the chance, and he's probably going to do something very bad to Alette, which I am not a fan of at all. I mean, I'm a fan of Alette. I'm not a fan of this guy. If I take them as prisoners, it's going to lower morale, too, because then people are going to be like, yeah, but there's less food for us now. You know, the people that actually do something. With his hair right here, it almost looks like she has a goatee. It's a little weird. Oh, fuck. He's trying to be a manipulative butt. Leave him in the waste. Things are hard enough as it is. You have your allies gather up the weapons from Eccles' fighters. Oh my god, I can't take a chance like this. Don't try to follow us. Now you're taking our weapons and leaving us in the wastes? Why didn't you just put a knife in my head the second we met, Rook? Do we not even deserve a good death? Alette grips your arm tightly. Wait, Dad. We can't do this. They're people like us. What if our clansmen do start to lose hope and look at you differently? I don't want to feel that way. Don't become someone who isn't my dad. If that's what you have to do, do it. Please, for me, don't do this. Fuck. This guy is gonna kill everyone. I'll only take them as prisoners. Listen, Eckel. We'll keep you alive, but look at one man, woman, or child the wrong way, and every last one of you gets cut down on the spot. Do you understand? I may be reckless, but I pay my debts. These people are right to follow you, Rook. You're a good man. You have each man's hands bound tightly and their bodies checked for weapons, making sure no mistakes are made. Things are certainly starting to feel complicated. Bug. Okay, we're gonna camp. Camp it up, camp it up. Oh, thank God. He's not actually part of our party now, is he? Good. Good, good. I was kind of worried. 21 days of supplies. Fuck it, rest one more day. Okay. Now let's go. Where's leave? Leave. Oh, shit. You find a surprising number of people camped out at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently, they think Redormir, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. Oh my god, excuse me. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others while you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches and offers to let you join in their tribute. Ask what this tribute involves. Fiery? One says, showing you a golden liquid in a silver bowl. He places some on his chest, which almost sounds like it's sizzling. It explains through clenched teeth, it's a gift from the sun god, an oil that burns like the sun and lets them see things clearly. That sounds bad. Decline and inspect the Godstone before leaving. Nobody can really agree on what Redormir looked like. As fond as he was of his own isolation, he never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Oh my god, the siren is coming. Redormir was always one of the lucky gods, the kind who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock, and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how his godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried-out lake. After some rest to continue on, the sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack your things and return to the road. Man, they just keep on coming, man. Yes, we hear you. Indeed. Please stop that. I have this feeling that once we cross under this, something's going to happen. Like, you don't usually have birds out in the middle of the snowy wastes, just flying around like this. Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleaf is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tag the birds once or twice. Get lost, no dead down here, she shouts to nobody in particular. What are you doing? What does it look like, Rook? Target practice. She fires another arrow, and a vulture shudders and falls out of the sky with a blue feathered arrow protruding from it. She recovers the bird, laughing, inspecting its feathers. You know, says Oddleaf, scanning the caravan, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in her eyes she's excited about the idea. I think I'm going to start training them how to fight, she says. Yeah, go for it, dude. We can always use more fighters, you tell Oddleaf. If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Oddleaf gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vulture she shot down. I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. I can see situations where it would, because, like, that's just the kind of game this is. But at the same time, I'm also like, just don't. Shit's already gone sour enough, you know? A well-tended farm with plenty of livestock draws the caravan's attention. Upon your arrival, the farmer and his workers stand defensively within plain sight, crude weapons at the ready. Their crossed arms make their thoughts clear without a word. Offer some kind of trade for the livestock. Intimidate the farmer into giving you livestock. Come with us. It's not safe here. Leave farmers and their animals alone. Come with us is not safe here. You warn the farmers of the approaching dredge, but the man spits and says, "This land is my life. I lose that, well, I may as well be dead." The farmhands slowly nod their agreement, neither joining you or lowering their weapons. Threaten the farmer and take the livestock by force both seem bad, so we're going to leave the farmer's livestock alone. What's his is his, you say to the caravan. No sense in fighting those trying to protect themselves. Grumbling bounces around through the clansmen, but the caravan is once again moving. Don't you? No! Declining my morale. God damn it. Alright, I'll rest. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's get back on the road. Oh, it's this place, whatever that place is. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. A word, friends, the man says. We are poor farmers down on our luck. The woman hits him and says, "We're outlaws, plain and simple, 10 of us, and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front." What are your crimes? They're gonna lie anyway. Misunderstandings, the man says. Meat houses are confusing. Never know when you've drank your share. The woman hits him again and says, "We've stolen, killed a few when we had to. Skills that might benefit you out here." No, you're going away. We are so much more than the man stops as the woman glares at him. He nods and they shuffle away quietly. It takes until camp to set. It takes until camp is set to notice that a few of your supplies have gone missing. Motherfucker!
Wormtow was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the varl living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
Yeah. Goddamn, our morale keeps declining. We need some wins, dude. Varl find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here, but back down when Ivor tells them he's come to see someone named Krumr. Oh, damn, dude. Okay. I have to express one problem I have with this. This is not what a Warhammer should look like. They don't usually look like a freaking meat tenderizer. Or like a ball-peen hammer, or like a claw hammer. Warhammers did not have a big flat disc like this because that spreads the impact of the hammer out and makes it less effective. It usually came to a point, or several smaller points. Usually just one point. Like for caving in armor, or piercing armor. Like this. This is the good part. Okay, anyhow, let's get back to it. Well, I'll be damned. Krumr, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. So what brings Yngvar to Wormtow with his very own village of humans? Bad news, dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. This is dire news. Come on, we have food. We'll discuss more in the meat house. As you follow the old varl into the meager town, you watch him quietly saying, "If it were anyone else." I've talked with the warriors here, I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened to Blutzbalker. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead. None of them are happy you're here. Grofheim is kind of on fire. What do you think? If I had my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a varl town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These varl are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Krumr's call. It won't be long before dredge are here too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's tell Jorundir what's going on. Who's Jorundir? Varl King. Well, as close to one as we have. Yngvar, where did you find these people? Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go. Fine. Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north, but I'll join you to Grofheim. More travel? No, we've already come so far. Stop the pouting, girlie. Even if Yorander won't listen to a tired old varl like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Yngvar here. They'll listen to Ivar? Ha! He hasn't told you? Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. Market. Oh, Jesus. Yes, buy all the supplies right now. I don't care about any of this garbage. Confirm. Hopefully we can get more renown somehow. Wait, what was this? Fuck, what did I do? No. Get out of here. I wanted to talk to the man. Krumr, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done, then. How'd you get all these varl to follow you? So who is Yngvar? I bet you have some incredible stories. Just leave it to your business. How'd you get all these varl to follow you? Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other varl to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wormtoe. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing, though, don't it? Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough, though, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Who is Yngvar? Not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Yngvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip. But you have some incredible stories. I might. Or I could be the most boring varl you ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled a dead ox with whale teeth. What? And why? Let's see. I best leave you to your business. I suppose you should. Take care, friend. Should probably rest. Get that morale back up. Okie dokie. God, so much travel. Grofheim's quite a few days out, says Krumr, but nothing worse than crossing the wastes. I imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormtoe joins you. Alright, folks. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Hope y'all did enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do. There's more from me, Notorious BLT. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye-bye, folks.